Alright, welcome to School of Chemistry. We are still on past question and answer today, and we'll continue from where we stopped. Yesterday we looked at 20 questions. Today hopefully we'll look at 20 or more. Alright, if you're first time on the channel, please click on the subscribe button so that you have access to our previous video. And when we drop new videos, you have updates. You are permitted to turn on the notification button. Now today let's start question 1. A sample of orange juice is found to have a pH of 3.80. What is the concentration of the hydroxide ion in the juice? Option A, 1.6 times 10 raised to power minus 4. Option B, 6.3 times 10 raised to power minus 11. Option C, 6.3 times 10 raised to power minus 4. Option D, 1.6 times 10 raised to power minus 11. So how do you go about this? They say the pH of orange juice is what? 3.8. Now you must remember that for you to answer this question, you must know that pH plus P, this my pH is not correct, the power of hydrogen, pH plus P OH is always equals to 14. The hydrogen scale, the hydroxide ion and the hydrogen ion on the scale, on the pH scale, will be equals to what? 14. And for what we have, they say the pH is equals to 3.8. That means 3.8 plus pOH is equals to 14. It means that pOH is equals to 14 minus 3.8. Subtract this. 14 minus 3.8. We should have 10.2 as our pOH. Now, pOH is not actually what we're looking for. We're looking for the concentration of the hydroxide ion. That means pOH is equal to the negative logarithm of hydroxide ion concentration. And since our pOH is 10.2 from what we calculated, it means this will be equal to negative logarithm of our hydroxide ion concentration. So that our hydroxide ion concentration will be equal to, hydroxide ion concentration now will be equal to the antilog 10 raised to power minus 1. But let me just write it as antilog so that you know. The antilog of what? 10.2 will become the concentration of hydrogen ion concentration. If you press that very well, you are going to have 6.3 times 10 raised to power minus 11 as your antilog of 10.2. And that will give you the hydroxide ion concentration. Asking the question, say, what is the concentration of the hydroxide ion in the juice? That means the concentration of the hydroxide ion concentration is 6.3 times 10 raised to power minus 11. That brings our answer to option B. Second question. Incomplete oxidation of ethanol yields option A, CH3COOH. Option B, CH3COCH3. Option C, CH3CH2OCH2CH3. Option D, CH3CHO. Now, for you to understand this, you must know that primary alkanols can be oxidized into alkanoic acid. But partial oxidation or incomplete oxidation yields alkanals or aldehydes. So you have your primary alcohol like ethanol, CH3, CH2OH. Incomplete oxidation will yield CH3CO. While complete oxidation will yield CH3COOH. Now, That brings the answer to option D, because it is incomplete what? Oxidation. Generally, all primary alcohols, when oxidized, they form alkanoic acid. But incomplete oxidation will yield aldehyde. Now let me explain something to you. Have you ever tasted palm wine in the morning? It's very sweet in the morning. The simple reason why palm wine is very sweet in the morning is because it still has high concentration of glucose in the system. That's why the taste is sweet. As time goes on, the yeast and the enzymes present in the palm wine will convert the glucose to ethanol. Convert the glucose to ethanol. So over a long period of time, because the ethanol or the palm wine is exposed to air and it has ethanol, the ethanol will be oxidized to ethanoic acid. And this is the reason why over time the palm wine that is sweet in the morning will have a sour taste in the evening. If you take palm wine, you must have noticed this thing before. That is the reason. It's the oxidation of the ethanol in the palm wine to ethanoic acid. Alright, question number 3. When pH is negative, a reaction is said to be what? A. Endothermic, B. Exothermic, C. Reversible, D. Ionic. Now, when pH is negative, it means that heat will be liberated or given out to the environment, and that means it is what? An exothermic reaction. So the correct option is what? B. Question number 4. 22,226. That is the mass number. Radon, that is Ra. 88. Disintegrate to form Rn, X, and 86 plus an alpha particle. They say you should find X. Now, during radioactivity, the splitting of a nucleus to form new ones, one thing is certain. Even though in radioactivity the nucleus is being destroyed, but there must be a balance in the atomic properties. That means the mass number on the left-hand side must equal to the mass number on the right-hand side. And the atomic number on the left-hand side must balance the atomic number on the right-hand side. So, for us to know the value of X, first of all, we must know that alpha particle is a helium atom. So it means a helium atom was given out of this. So that we're going to have that 22,226 will be equals to what? X plus 4. So that X will be equals to 226 minus 4, and that will be equals to 222. So X is actually 222, and the correct answer is option D. Question number 5. The reaction of halogens with alkanes in the presence of sunlight is an example of A. Oxidation reaction, B. Addition reaction, C. Hydrogenation reaction, D. Substitution reaction. Now, anyway, anytime we know that the alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. Highly saturated, completely saturated as a matter of fact. All the bonds are filled. So the only type of reaction alkanes undergo is what? Substitution reaction. They do not undergo addition reaction. So the correct answer is option D, substitution reaction. Question number 6. The alkyl group is represented by the general formula. Remember that the alkyl group are formed by what? The loss of a hydrogen atom from the corresponding alkane. And the formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. So if you remove one from there, you are going to have this minus 1 will be CnH2n plus 1. So the formula for alkyl group is actually CnH2n plus 1. So option C is the correct answer. Cu2S plus O2 to form 2Cu plus SO2. The question is, what is the change in the oxidation number of copper in the reaction? What is the change in the oxidation number of copper in the reaction? So copper is going from this to this. So they are asking us, what is the oxidation state? So we have to know the oxidation state here and that here. Now, let's see. In Cu2S, we have 2 copper plus S. We're finding the oxidation state of copper. So we're going to have, this will be equal to 0 because we say the sum of the oxidation number of all elements in the compound is equal to 0. So now we're going to have Cu plus bracket minus 2 will be equal to 0. So 2Cu minus 2 is equal to 0. So that 2Cu is equal to 2. If you take this to the other side, it becomes positive. Cu now will be equal to 2 divided by 2, and C will be equal to plus 1. So on this side, copper is plus 1. Now, we say the oxidation state of every element in their neutral state, all combined, is what? 0. So copper is actually moving from what? Because here is the elemental state, it's not combined, so it's 0. So here is 0, here is plus 1. So copper is moving from plus 1 to 0. Plus 1 to 0. So the correct option is option C. So that is. Alright, question number 8. CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2. The upper nomenclature of the structure above is A, 3-methyl-but-3-ene, B, 2-methyl-but-1-ene, C, 2-ethyl-prop-1-ene, D, 2-methyl-but-2-ene. How do you answer this? You must know your part nomenclature. First of all, write the structure. CH3, CH2, CC3, CH2 double bond. Now remember, you number from the side. Before that, you have to find your root hydrocarbon, which is the longest carbon chain. So if I count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. My root hydrocarbon is a but because it has 4 carbon. It can be a butane, a butene, a butane, a butanol, a butanoic acid, but it's a butene. It's a but. Now, you have to pick your functional group. In this structure, my functional group is a double bond. That means it is an alkene. That means this but is a butene. Now, I have to number from the side that give this functional group the smallest possible number. So if I number from this side, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. This number is too high because I have 1 here. But if I number from this side, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. That means numbering from right to left, give my functional group number 1. While numbering from left to right, give it number 4. So from numbering from right to left in this direction is the best way to number this because I have this in the number 1 position, which is the smallest number. Now, you name the side chain first. Well, only one side chain here, and this is a methyl. So, and it's on carbon number 2. So we're going to write the position of it, which is 2. Put a hyphen. Write the name of the side chain. Methyl. Now, we'll name it after the parent longest chain. And we say that longest chain is a butene. But that butene is not just a butene. This butene is on the particular, we can have but-1-ene, but-2-ene, depending on the arrangement. So since this is a but-1, I have to tell somebody it's not a but-2-ene, but a but-1-ene. So indicate the position of the double bond by the number. It's on carbon 1, so it's going to be a but-1-ene. So it's 2-methyl-but-1-ene. So the correct answer is option B, 2-methyl-but-1-ene. Number 9. The reddish brown rust on iron roofing sheets consists of A, Fe3 plus H2O6, FeOH2, Fe2O3 3H2O, Fe3O4 2H2O. Now in iron rust, it's actually a reaction between iron and oxygen in the presence of water. How does it happen? We're going to have iron reacting with oxygen in the form iron oxide. You balance this. Now the iron oxide reacts with 3 molecules of water to form Fe2O3 dot 3H2O, and this is the makeup of what? Iron. So there is the reddish brown rust on iron consists of. This is what rust is consist of. So the correct answer is option C. Question number 10. The density of two gases X and Y are 0.5 gram. So let's say density of X is equals to 0.5 grams per dm cube, and the density of Y is equals to 2.0 gram per dm cube. So the question now is, what is the rate of diffusion of X relative to Y? What is the rate of diffusion of X relative to Y? A, 0.1, B, 0.5, C, 2.0, D, 2.5. Now, this is Graham's law of diffusion, and he says that Rx over Ry is equals to the square root of density of Y all over the square root of density of X. So this would be equals to density of Y square root of 2 all over density of S square root of 0.5. Press your calculator, what do you get? You press your calculator, you should get 2.0. Now they say, what is the rate of diffusion of X relative to what? Y. So what we are really looking for is just Rx over Ry. That is Rs relative to Y. That is Rs ratio what? Ry, and it's equals to what? 2.0. So the correct answer is what? C, 2.0. Question number 11. According to Charles' law, the volume of a gas becomes 0 at A, minus 100 degrees Celsius, B, minus 270 degrees Celsius, C, minus 373 degrees Celsius, D, minus 0 degrees Celsius. Remember Charles' law? Charles' law, the temperature, the volume of a gas becomes 0 at what temperature? It becomes 0 at 0 Kelvin. At 0 Kelvin, you draw the graph of Charles' law. This is going to be minus 273 degrees Celsius. This is why it becomes what? 0. So at 273 degrees 0 Celsius, that's why it becomes 0. And now at 0 degree Kelvin, this temperature is also equals to what? 0 degree Kelvin. So it is at this temperature that the volume of a gas will become what? 0. This is V and this is T. So at this temperature it will become what? 0. Now, minus 273. If you convert it to what? Kelvin temperature, you add 273. So this will be equals to what? 0 Kelvin. So the correct answer is option B. Question 13. The enzyme used in the hydrolysis of starch, dextrin, and maltose is A, zymase, B, sucrose, C, amylase, D, lactose. The correct answer is amylase. The principle of column chromatography is based on the ability of the constituent. Generally, chromatography is based on the ability of the solute in the in the component to move at different speed. They move at this way, so as the speed go, the faster one move faster and separate first, followed by the next one. A, react with the solvent in the column. B, react with each other in the solvent. C, dissolve in each other in the column. D, move at different speed in the column. The correct answer is option D, move at different speed in the column. 15. Ammonium chloride can be separated from its mixture with common salt by A, distillation, B, evaporation, C, decantation, D, sublimation. Now, ammonium chloride is one salt that changes directly from the solid state to the gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. So, one method that you can use in separating it from common salt is what? Sublimation. Because common salt cannot change directly to the gaseous state. So, before, as you heat the both of them, the ammonium chloride will sublime and move to the gaseous state. You can collect it, leaving the common salt. So, the correct answer is option D, sublimation. Question number 16. Question number 16. Coming. The ability of carbon to form long chain is referred to as, if you have been following my lessons online, you know this without blinking. Alkylation, acylation. Where did I get this from? Carbonation and catenation. The correct answer is what? Catenation. Option D is the correct answer. The ability of carbon to form long chain. You know, they join each other with atoms of other elements to form long chain. And that's why we have numerous organic compounds in nature. Question 17. Question number 17. The relative atomic mass of a naturally occurring lithium consisting of 90% lithium-7 and 10% lithium-6 is option A, 6.2, option B, 6.8, option C, 7.1, option D, 6.9. So the question again, the relative atomic mass of a naturally occurring lithium consisting of 90% lithium-7 and 10% lithium-6 is A, 6.2, B, 6.8, C, 7.1, D, 6.9. So how do you go about this? You're just going to take their percentage composition and combine them to know the portion of each one in the lithium element. So the first one, lithium-7, is 90%. So it's going to be part of 100. Lithium-7 has 90. So it's going to be part of 100 is what? 90 times 7. Plus part of 100, lithium-6 has 10, divided by what? 100 times 6. Press your calculator, let's see what you get. This will give you, did you get 6.3? The second one, what did you get? 0.6. And that should give you 6.3 plus 0.6 will give you 6.9. So the relative atomic mass of lithium is 6.9, and the correct answer is option D. Number 18. The color of litmus paper in alkaline medium is, now litmus paper is always red in acidic medium, blue in alkaline medium, and purple in neutral solution. So in alkaline medium, The correct answer is what? B, blue. What is the concentration of a solution containing 2 grams of sodium hydroxide in 100 cm³ of solution? Option A. Option A, 0.05 mole per dm³. 0.05 mole per dm³. Option B, 0.30 mole per dm³. Option C, 0.5 mole per dm³. Option D, 0.4 mole per dm³. So what is the concentration of a solution containing 2 grams of sodium hydroxide 100 cm³ of solution? Now, how do you get about this? If you have 2 grams of sodium hydroxide in 100 cm³, the standard representation should be in what? 1000 cm³. That's the standard measurement. So we're going to have X grams of NaOH. So if you cross multiply, we're going to have X grams will be equal to what? 2 times 1000 divided by what? 2 times 1000 divided by 100. And this will be equal to what? 20 grams per dm³. Now, if you calculate the molar mass of sodium hydroxide, you're going to have 23 plus 16 plus 1 will give you 40 grams per mole. Now, concentration in grams per dm³ is equal to molarity times molar mass. So what are we looking for? The concentration of a solution. So we're looking for the molarity. So because it is expressed in mole per dm³, so molarity will be equal to mass concentration or concentration in grams per dm³ all over molar mass. And this will be equal to, our mass concentration is 20 grams per what? dm³. Our molar mass is 40, 0, 2 here 1, 2 here 2. And this will be equal to 0.5 mole per dm³. So the correct option is option C, 0.5 mole per dm³. Question number 20. The radioisotope used in industrial radiography for rapid checking of faults in wells and casting is A, phosphorus 32, B, cobalt 60, C, carbon 14, D, iodine 131. The correct answer is cobalt 60. This is what is used in industry. Please, if it's your first time of joining us on the channel, do not forget to subscribe. And if you are following us on Facebook, please follow the page. Click on the follow button and follow the page. And if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. And if you have contribution, also leave it in the comment section. Do not forget to like and share this very video. God bless you. See you again.